Hey everyone! A couple of months ago we made tempeh from scratch. Today we're making tofu from start to finish. First off, we're going to need some soybeans.
To make tofu, we first need to make soy milk. We're using organic soybeans to get the best flavor. Measure out 200 grams of soybeans, then sort through quickly. Pour in enough water to cover all the beans and let it soak overnight. Once the beans have soaked, drain and rinse them, then spoon into a blender.
We're going to blend the soybeans in 2 batches with 1 liter of water at a time.
If you have a big blender, you can blend them all together at once. We want to make sure it's blended very finely to extract the most flavor. While it's blending, get a pot ready.
I recommend using a non-stick pot for this because the soy milk tends to stick like crazy.
Pour the soy milk into the pot and let's blend the rest of the soybeans. Pour everything into the pot and place on medium-high heat. Stir the soy milk constantly to prevent it from burning and from sticking to the bottom. Don't leave the pot unattended. We want to bring it to the boil, about 8 to 10 minutes. It'll start to foam like crazy and may overflow as soon as it boils, so lower the heat to low and don't stop stirring. Now we're going to cook for a further 15 minutes. Turn off the heat and prepare a large bowl, a colander, and a muslin cloth or nut milk bag. If a skin starts to form on the soy milk, just pick it out with a spoon. Start ladling the soy milk into the bag. Carefully gather the top of the bag and close it. The soy milk is super hot, so be careful. Use a potato masher to squish it to extract as much liquid as possible. Once it's cool enough to handle, we can squeeze it by hand. Don't throw away the leftover soybean pulp known as okara. There are many things you can cook with this, like pancakes, muffins, or scramble. Clean your non-stick pot and pour the soy milk back into it.
Before we begin coagulating, we need to get all of our things ready.
We're going to need a baking tray and a wire rack.
This is a tofu press. It has holes underneath here to drain all the liquid out and a top to compress the tofu.
Line the tofu press with a muslin cloth. Place the soy milk back onto the heat at low. Stir and gently heat the soy milk up to about 75 degrees Celsius. Or if you don't have a thermometer, it's done when the soy milk starts to produce a lot of steam but isn't simmering or boiling. Once that happens, turn off the heat. Prepare 15 grams of nigari flakes.
Nigari is magnesium chloride and is a byproduct of sea salt. This is traditionally used to coagulate tofu.
Pour in 60 ml of boiling water and stir to dissolve. Stream in the nigari by pouring over the back of a spatula, making sure to evenly pour all over the soy milk. Then gently stir the soy milk in a zigzag pattern once to distribute the nigari evenly. If you stir it too much, it won't curdle properly. Immediately cover with a lid and leave it untouched for 10 minutes for the tofu to curdle. Don't attempt to stir or move the pot at this time as you don't want to break the tofu curds. After 10 minutes, the soy milk will be jelly-like and ready to press. Gently scoop the curds with a slotted spoon and place into the tofu press. This amount of curd will make a 500-gram block of tofu. Fold the muslin cloth over and then press down gently with the cover. Weigh it down with some cans or any other weight you have and let's leave the tofu to press for 15 minutes.
I made a quick tofu press by drilling some holes in this plastic container and I'm going to use the other one to weigh it down. The results won't be as nice and compressed as traditional tofu, but it will still taste the same.
As we did earlier, spoon all the curds in. Pour any of the excess curds that are too loose around the edges of the container. Press the top down a little bit to even out the curds, then weigh it down with cans. After 15 minutes, remove the weight. Slowly submerge the entire container into a bowl of cool water to release the tofu. Gently flip it out and then peel the muslin cloth. The tofu will be a bit fragile at this stage, so be gentle. Soaking the tofu in water will firm it up and eliminate any bitter taste that may be apparent. Leave it in the water for about 20 minutes to firm up or store in the fridge in water until ready to use. As you can see, the tofu from the tofu press is a lot firmer and more evenly shaped. The tofu press in the DIY container is a lot less compressed and more crumbly than the other one. It also has more air bubbles, but it will taste just as good. Cut into any size and shape that you like. When you're not using it, store it in the fridge submerged in water.
And there you have it, homemade tofu. To see how I make tempeh, watch this video next and I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching.